Hi, welcome back to Feminism on Trial. I wanted to share a quick story with you guys. It's not even really a story, but it was something that a man said to me, a man who was going through a divorce, and he was basically he'd been divorced for a bit, maybe a year or so, and he was in family court working on custody because the mom kept trying to, have the kids more, and he kept trying to fight for more time. And then one of his daughters really wanted to address the court because she wanted to live with the dad, not full-time, but more with him than with the mom. And the court wasn't wanting to let that child have her say, the whole thing. So he's going through it, right? And I remember that he asked a bunch of us who were all in a group together talking about these issues. He asked us, and it was sort of, I think it was during the whole COVID thing, so court was via Zoom, which was great because we weren't all in the same state. And so he said, hey, I don't have anybody. I can't afford an attorney. They won't let anybody come in with me to support me, help me, whatever, even sit next to me. He said, would some of you guys come in to court via Zoom just for support? And I was like, heck yes, I'll be there, with bells on. So several of us did, and it was great because it kind of the judge was like, who are these people? And I was like, what the heck? What business is it of yours? We're here in court. It's, court is open in the United States, as far as I know. Maybe not family court, I don't know, but it was very weird how they were how the judge was like, who are these people, sir? What are they here for? And he was like, they're just here, they're here to support. And they were like, what do you mean support? I was like, gosh, she's got an attorney paid for by whatever, the state or a charity or whatever, because she's a woman, and she's got all this support, and clearly the judge is on her side. I was like, this is ridiculous. Anyway, so I'd never been in family court before. I'd never seen it. I mean, obviously I've heard the horror stories. So this man that I'm talking about, that we were there in court, in the Zoom court, showing up just to be there. So it was like, hey, I've got people, afterwards, he shared something really, it has stayed with me. It's very powerful what he said. He said, because he used to be in the armed services, and he's been in combat before. I can't remember if it was Iraq or Afghanistan. I don't remember. I want to say Iraq, but either way, it's combat. He said that PTSD, his PTSD from family court, is worse than any PTSD or residual issues from being in actual combat. I mean, there's really nothing else to say. Also, he said that he has a theory, and I think he's right. Listen to this theory. He said he believes that, yes, the statistics for divorce rates are high among people in the armed services, right? So men who are in the military have higher, men who are in the military, suicide. Men who are in the military have higher ending themselves, because YouTube doesn't like that word, have a higher rate of ending themselves than regular civilians. So if you're a man and you've been in the military, you've got a higher rate of ending yourself. And he says he doesn't think that's what it is. He says, yeah, but if you're in the military, a man in the military, you've got a higher rate of your wife leaving you. And he thinks that's the reason for the high rate of men ending their lives, is not their military service, but the divorce. And with everything else I know, and all the men I've talked to, be it anecdotal, I think he's right. I think it's 100% right. And I also think you will never see that in any statistic publicly known or any articles written. I don't think they want to broadcast that. They're going to blame it. They're going to blame men ending themselves on military service and continue to normalize divorce and not recognize that it's trauma for everyone involved. The spouse that's being left and divorced, and definitely the children. So, don't forget to subscribe to help get these videos out to more men. Like and subscribe. Thanks. Be well.